All right, so one more, amides. Amide is at the bottom of the reactivity rank down here. Okay, so it's the most stable one or the least reactive one. To make amides, basically you can make amide from anything that's more reactive than amide. But if you use ester or carboxylic acid, the yield is not as great. The best and the most efficient way to make an amide using acid chloride, okay, or acid bromide. All right, so I show you right here. So a selection of acid chloride, which is the most efficient one. You start with an acid chloride and then react with ammonia. So add two equivalents of it, and one equivalent will remove the hydrochloric acid coming out. Okay, so it's easy to start from the top of the hill and make anything down below. If it's really close, the yield is not that good. All right, so usually start from the acid chloride is the best way. Application of polyamides. All right, so if you look at this compound, so this one in 1935, there's an industrial polyamide production from the industry called DuPont. Okay, so they take a diacid chloride, react with diamine, and you get the polyamide like that, and we call nylon 66. I'm sure you have heard of nylon 66 before. In the old time in 1935, this company, so DuPont Corporation, initially used nylon 66 to make primarily toothbrush. That's an all-time toothbrush. It's very, very, very old. Okay. In 1939, nylon was used as a nylon stocking, and I don't think anyone wears stocking anymore. Maybe like in occasion. I don't really know. Never wore one. So, the ladies in that time so wear stockings probably from like a fashion purpose. Okay, and guess what? In 1939, the nylon first day that came out, so they make an advertisement. 4 million pairs were bought on the first day it was introduced to public. It was a hit in 1939, right? Well, only a year and a half or about 2 years. So, well, sadly, in 1941, World War II began, and the nylon production was diverted to make military materials, for example, parachute. So there's a big black order of the nylon that used to make a nylon stocking. Okay, well, the ladies have problem, have nothing to wear at the time, like nothing like fancy to wear. This is what they do. Let's take a look. I think you probably heard the story before. So nylon stocking become back order, and the ladies at that time painted the back of their legs to make it look like they were stocking. So it become a business for a while. So we have a Hollywood star, Starlet K. Benzel. I don't know who that is. You can ask your grandparents, maybe they know. Uses a device made from a screwdriver handle, like right here, a bicycle leg clip, and an eyebrow pencil, like to help draw the or paint the back of her legs. That was what they did in 1941, 42, 43 during the World War II. Okay. Nowadays, nylon 66 is used to make shoes, nets, fishing line, tents, and thread. Look like that. Speaking of polyamide, so we have Kevlar. Look at right here. So we have a there's an amide bond right here with a phenyl ring. Okay, so there's a polyamide. Kevlar is a polyamide that is stronger than steel, and is used to make anything bulletproof, like vest. Look something like that. All right. The strength of this polymer come from right here. So a bunch of hydrogen bonding, this million hydrogen bonding plus pi stacking interaction. This is not a London forceps. It's just a different type of interaction that found in benzene. Okay, anything aromatic compound, they have pi stacking. Oh, if you look at me right here, so pi. So let's say my hand is benzene ring, right? It's a benzene ring. Pi stacking, we take pi bond, they stack together like that. Okay, that's a pi stacking, and there's a tons of pi stacking in a polyamide polymer. Right. Oh, now speaking of polymer, we also have polyester. You might have heard about PET, plastic, PET. Right. So I look at right here. So we have a diacid compound react with a dialcohol. So you make a polyester, and this type of polyester is made for some type of cloth and plastic for sure. Okay, so PET ester. All right, let's move on. So that's it, how we make amide. So we have only one reaction, the most efficient one, making amide from acid chloride. All right, now we're going to move on to the reaction of amides.